Well, you've seen them in the news, puppy mills, places where dogs are bred over and over again to turn a profit for their owners until they can no longer breed. And believe it or not, in Texas, no limits, no restrictions exist. 11 News reporter Brad Woodard has spent the past 3 months investigating one such operation. The images are not easy to watch, and it's a story where nobody wins.
On a gray afternoon in Panola County, Texas.
Lieutenant, you got a biosuit?
Chief Deputy David Jeter has assembled a team to execute a search warrant.
Our primary job is to secure this residence and also the lady that's inside.
The lady inside is 78 years old.
Let's load up. Let's go.
So how much trouble could she be? You're about to find out.
Remember, she's got weapons in there.
Weapons, and Jeter suspects as many as 100 dogs.
The stench is going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be worse than any dead body that we've run into.
Which explains why animal cruelty investigators with Constable Precinct 6 have traveled here all the way from Houston.
Let me look at it.
Okay, and
I said let me look at it. I don't accept it unless you let me close the door.
The voice you're hearing belongs to Mary Crane, proprietor of Raymar Kennels in Tenaha. Deputies aren't just trying to issue a search warrant, they're trying to check on her welfare.
There is no excuse for an old lady to be harassed this way.
But what brought them here in the first place?
Look at these cuties. Oh my goodness. Hey there. Wow. I'm Brad, by the way.
We first met Mary Crane back in December, following up on a tip from a viewer.
I would imagine that you're still out on vet care, huh?
No,
She claimed to be a veterinarian.
My dogs in my family, so I take care of them like they're my children.
There they are. And we purchased 2 miniature dachshund pups from her for $125 each and brought them to the Houston Humane Society, where we had them evaluated by Dr. Tim Harkness.
You can see the fleas behind the ears.
Not only did he find them to be infested with internal parasites as well as fleas.
It's like you sitting in an anthill.
And what's that smell?
That's an early Maine smell.
His conclusion?
I think this is purely for profit, purely for monetary gain, and has nothing to do with compassion for the animals.
Which brings us back to the search warrant.
Hi, I'm Dr. Harkness.
I'm Mary Crane.
I'm also with the Texas Animal Health Commission.
After nearly an hour of intense negotiations,
Do you mind if we look at the dogs?
I do mind, but
Mary Crane relented, also later admitting that she, in fact, is not a veterinarian. And what authorities found inside almost defies explanation. A kennel covered in feces from floor to ceiling, animals breeding even as rescuers attempted to take them to safety.
Those dogs are in horrible shape, standing in their own feces. There's no circulation of air. I can't even describe it. It's so bad in there.
Keep in mind, these are people who've seen it all.
I have never seen the conditions this deplorable.
Or so they thought.
In all likelihood, we're told some of these animals probably haven't seen daylight in years. The stench of urine and feces so thick, the air isn't fit for breathing. Authorities tell us it is the quintessential puppy mill.
Believe it or not, there are no laws in Texas regulating commercial breeders. No licenses, no inspections required.
These are little slaves.
We showed video of Crane's operation to State Representative Sophronia Thompson, who introduced a bill last session that would have cracked down on puppy mills. It was defeated in the state Senate.
This kind of facility should not exist in any society.
What do you do with these dogs?
Pet City in Houston buys everything that I raise and have for over 5 years.
Pet City in Houston.
She was always, in the very beginning, extremely well organized. Puppies were clean and presented, exceptionally well.
Owner Frank Stack says when Crane's health started to decline, so did the condition of her animals.
When did you stop dealing with her?
It's almost a year ago.
This has been going on for years.
As for Mary Crane's dogs, all 85 of them are in custody of the Houston Humane Society, where a new makeover sometimes reveals old injuries.
His eye's gone.
And roughly 1 out of 4 is pregnant, some having already delivered. It's the kind of thing that will no doubt anger animal lovers.
These are her living quarters?
This is it.
But don't lose sight of the fact that living amid all the filth,
mouse feces, rat feces everywhere,
and all the squalor,
They take my dogs, I got nothing else to get up for.
was a human being. And in the end,
you're doing her a large favor. You probably saved her life. You can't live like this too long.
maybe this is more than just a story about animals. Brad Woodard, 11 News.